Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 3 of Rewrite. It's episode 3, which means some people are going to decide whether or not they're going to say that Rewrite has passed the 3-episode test or not. For me, I was never going to give Rewrite the 3-episode test because it is a key visual novel adaptation, so I gotta stick with it. I gotta see it through to the end because all key works are pretty much memorable, except for, okay, not too many people really know too much about Little Busters, so maybe I should take that statement back. But still, when it comes to key work, everyone's going to be talking about it. It's always going to be important. Plus, not only that, but there are just so many visual novel players hyping this up for me for the past year now, there's no way I'm going to drop it at this stage. Plus, the characters are just too interesting for me to drop it right now. So I will be sticking with Rewrite till the end. We get introduced to another character, and I didn't think that we'd be getting introduced to another character. His name is Sakuya, and he seems to be like the butler for Chihaya and Akane, which, by the way, Akane, when she was in that towel, that robe, I mean, just... Thank you. Akane. Best girl. However, I am not gonna lie. Every single time, whenever I see Akane being the best girl that she is, Shizuru comes in, does something amazing, and makes me question whether or not Akane is really best girl. She still is, but Shizuru is so close. She's so close. Like, I swear at some point the two are just gonna be tied for me. But for right now, Akane's still number 1 and Shizuru is number 2, but she's working her way up there. She's working her way up there. Shizuru within this episode, we see that behind the eye patch is a golden eye, and no, it's not a contact like in Chunibyo, if you guys seen that anime. I agreed with Kotaro. I was just like, that is beautiful. And then Shizuru was just like flipping out and everything. And then when we saw her over at the ramen stand and she was just being a regular and stuff, she just got so surprised when she saw Kotaro. And I'm just like, Shizuru, I love you. She's great. I love her so much. Is Lucia starting to annoy you? It can't just be me, right? At first I didn't really mind Lucia. It was really Chihaya that I got really annoyed with, but Lucia got a lot more screen time this episode and not Chihaya, so I think Lucia is the bigger tsundere, because I understood every single time when she would beat up Kotaro, but in this one scene, Kotaro, he was helping her out with recycling, crushing the cans and stuff, putting them in the right basket, and then he was complimenting her, saying how like she's like the earth representative and stuff, that he admires her, how he likes that she cares for the earth and stuff, and then she just got all embarrassed and wanted him to stop and then just started beating him up, and I'm just all like, no, don't be like that. I hate it. I really hate it when tsunderes do that. That is a bad tsundere. When tsunderes beat up someone for no good reason, that's when I start getting annoyed. So, Lucia, you blew it for me. You really did. You could have been great, but now you're really annoying me, and I really don't want to see you again. But you're part of the main cast, so unfortunately, I'm gonna see you again. We see more into Kotaro's superpowers. It seems that his rewrite ability, which is what he calls it, it seems to enhance his normal abilities. So I guess he just becomes a superhuman, but I'm not really sure. This isn't what we know so far. I'm just making guesses. We don't really know all that he can do. It just seems like he can only do super speed and like super jump and stuff like that. I don't know if he really has super strength, but Kotaro, he was chasing down this dog because this dog was chasing down the ribbon girl. And then he ends up meeting this one dangerous dude, starts running away from him, ends up getting attacked by that demon dog, and wakes up over at this ramen stand with a couple other guys, and these guys are saying that they know a little bit about the supernatural as well and want to have a chat with him. Good timing too, because Kotaro still wants to show Akane that supernatural is real, except for, his own powers. He doesn't want to show his own powers to her, so that, later on, he can fondle her opai. He's a lucky man if he accomplishes that, not gonna lie. Because Akane, best girl. Don't worry, Shizuru, I still love you. And that was this episode. Let me know if this passed the 3-episode test for you, and if it did not, explain why, because I'm very curious. And if you are sticking with this anime, what are your theories thus far about the rewrite abilities? Anything else about the Ribbon Girl? And your thoughts on the characters? Catch you later as I live react to chapter 184 of Nanatsu no Taizai and review Hatsukoi Monster. Turns out Days is coming out tomorrow. Every time with the delays. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.